Right guys, I'll be challenging you all to show me what you've got in the kitchen. I'll be duetting some of your best and worst dishes. All we have to do is use the hashtag RamsayReacts. Maybe we will find the lamb sauce.
Simple bread and butter pudding. Gordon Ramsay, eat your heart out. Into the oven. Delicious.
Shadow Chef Boy! Pan on the heat! Ooh! Waitrose! Chuck your meatballs in. Once they brown, we're just going to turn the heat right down and crack on with the sauce. Pan on the heat. Melt 40 grams of butter. Then whisk in 40 grams of plain flour. I meant to say flour. Add 2/3 of a cup of vegetable stock and 2/3 of a cup of beef stock. Keep stirring that continuously. Then you want 2/3 of a cup of extra thick double cream. I'm talking 3 C's thick. 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, obviously, and stir on a simmer until it thickens. Okay, we've got a nice consistency, so I'm going to pour that in with the meatballs. Jeez. Thank me later, ladies and gentlemen. I have just saved you a trip to IKEA, but what are you saying, Gordon?
You've seen my home-cooked meals, but here's my signature fine dining meal dish. For this dessert, we are going to need white chocolate and, of course, peas. Who doesn't need frozen peas in their desserts? Because that's a really normal thing to do. So, first of all, we're making a pea custard. So we've blanched our peas, blended them and put them into custard. Get that set in the fridge. Then we are infusing cream with frozen peas, bringing that up to the boil and passing it over white chocolate to make a thick and luxurious white chocolate and pea ganache. We've also got a lemon French meringue and also some crystallized lemon zests. We have these beautiful mint crisps which go in the microwave and get all nice and crispy with a mint granita. Now on the plate we've got our pea and white chocolate salad, beautiful pea and white chocolate ganache, this thick pea custard, our lemon meringue, crystallized lemon zest, our mint crisps and the granita. All in all, the combinations are delicious for me and they really complement each other. So, guys, what do you think? Would you try this? Let me know in the comments.
Shadow Chef Boy! 2 slices of white bread. Biscoff Boy! And spread that on there. You're then going to press in 3 lines of white chocolate. Stick that on top. Then you're going to cut that into 3s. Into a bowl, we're going to go 1 egg, vanilla extract, a dash of coconut milk, and whisk that together. Soak your fingers in the egg, flip them over, pan on the heat, knob of butter. Once the butter's bubbling, we're going to drop the fingers and cook them until golden brown. Flip those bad boys over. Oh, jeez. I have to cut into one for you. Oh my days. I have to do a live taste test for you. Look at that, we're going in. Oh my God, it's oozing out. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is all that's left of my white chocolate and Biscoff French toast fingers.
20 recipes from around the world, part 4, the British prawn cocktail. This notoriously quintessential British hors d'oeuvre was made popular by television chef Fanny Craddock in the 1960s. I've gone for a classic Mary Rose sauce and I've even made Fanny Craddock's iconic lemon basket. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I think I can make Gordon Ramsay's scrambled eggs a little bit easier and a little bit better. 4 eggs. Tablespoon of butter. Find a pot that the bowl fits over nicely without going all the way in. Fill that pot with water. Just about an inch. Barely to a simmer. Bowl on top. Whisk it. Whatever you do, don't salt your eggs at trust. Cook while continuously whisking. Keep stirring until your eggs look like this. Silky. 1.5 tablespoon of butter. Season with salt to taste. Stir that all together. Soft scramble on. Black pepper. Piece de resistance. Black truffle. This is something that I hope that Gordon Ramsay would definitely be proud of. Before anyone's like, oh, Josh, it's not cooked. It is cooked. It's just a really small curd because it's constantly stirred. Silky smooth. So Gordon, hit me up, homie.
Would you guess whose birthday it's going to be this week? I'm going to be 29 years old, guys. Anyways, I'm going to make myself a giant chocolate chip cookie cake. Beat your butter for 2 minutes. Light brown sugar and white sugar. Light brown sugar is hygroscopic, which means you get a soft and chewy cookie. It's science, people. Beat it. An egg and an egg yolk. Vanilla. And finally add in plain flour and baking soda. Mix on low speed. And I forgot the chocolate chips. Oops. Into a buttered tin and get it nice and smooth. Tweezer your extra chocolate chips on top. Great for your eyebrows too, I'm kidding. And in the oven. Well, that's a big cookie. Pipe some swirls on. And finally some sprinkles. And happy early birthday to you, Matt. Enjoy your lonely slice of cookie with no candles.
The boys and the girls joined forces, came together, and grew up. Got me to 1 million likes. Now my vegan girlfriend is gonna eat my meat. Let's go, baby! What should I make?
Today we're making homemade goldfish crackers. Start by shredding an 8-ounce block of sharp cheddar cheese. Now put all your cheese into a food processor. Add half a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of flour, 4 tablespoons of semi-soft butter, and start mixing it up. Add in 1 tablespoon of cold water. Add your 2nd tablespoon of cold water. And when you squeeze it, it should come together like Play-Doh. Dump this out onto some plastic wrap. Put this in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, pull your dough out of the refrigerator. And roll it out. Now cut into fish shapes using our fish cookie cutter. There's a link in my bio to it. And push out our shape. Put these in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes. When they start to brown, pull them out of the oven. 13 minutes was the perfect time for me. Put some salt on them. Mine is a little bit bigger than theirs. And when it comes to the taste test, fresh is the best.
Hey, I'm making black pasta. This is an egg yolk. Some flaky salt.
Okay, did you know you can turn this into these? Here's how to do it. First, drain your tofu and put it in a blender. Embrace the jiggle. Add a little vinegar and blend that up. It'll look like this. Then in a bowl, put flour, some salt, and baking powder, and then the tofu mixture. Mix that up until it's a rough dough. And then knead it for a few minutes until it's nice and smooth, and then cut it up into little pieces and roll those out. Now, I'm a garlic knot amateur, so I had to Google how to make these. They're pretty bad, but bear with me. I put them on a parchment-lined baking sheet and put some egg wash on them, but if you're vegan, you can use Earth Balance. And then I used garlic, Earth Balance, and parsley in my tiny saucepan to make a garlic butter spread for the top. And that's it. These are also amazing for pizza dough, and I'll put the full recipe on my Instagram.
There, stop scrolling for a second and enjoy some relaxing knife cuts. Gotta get nice and sharp first. Spa. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see another episode.
Apple crisp is one of my favorite desserts, but I always hate making a full one when I only want a single serving. So that's what I'm going to do. I added 1 apple to my mug with a little bit of water and cinnamon and gave that a stir. For the crisp, I'm going to add some oats, flour, salt, brown sugar, and butter and just pinch that together and toss that on top. Then you just microwave it for 1 minute and you have a delicious single serving of apple crisp. Yum.
Okay, today we're making brown sugar milk tea boba mochi. So first steep your tea in your cream for 2 minutes, then boil your tapioca pearls. Stir in some brown sugar while it's still hot, and when the cream is cooled down, whip it with sugar until stiff peaks form. Then you can stir in your tapioca pearls and then scoop them out into little balls and put it in the freezer. Then grab glutinous rice flour, sugar and water and whisk it until everything's combined. Then you can cover it, put it in the microwave for 1 minute, take it out and give it a stir, put it back in the microwave for 1 minute, take it out and give it a stir. This time put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, one final stir, and then back in the microwave for 30 seconds. You can also steam it for 15 minutes as an alternative. Dust everything with cornstarch and split it into equal pieces, then grab your filling and pinch the mochi shut around it like this, and that's pretty much it.
Today I'm going to show you how to make gorditas. First you peel your potatoes like a boss, then you cut them and add your chorizo and your potatoes to a pan. You cover that and start your masa. 2 cups maseca, half a cup flour, tablespoon baking powder and some salt. Add water till your dough looks like this. Then you're going to smash them down, put them on a comal, then fry and serve.
Gordon Ramsay, you're one of the biggest reasons why I cook today. Let me make you a lamb burger.
Start off with some beautiful 80-20 lamb, generous pinch of salt, a bunch of black pepper, and a light pinch of allspice. Now mix and form into 2 beautiful patties. Now cover the surface with a little olive oil and into a hot cast iron skillet. And Mr. Ramsay, don't you forget, if you drop a follow, I'll love you forever. And now to a bunch of yogurt, we're gonna squeeze in a little lemon juice, toss in some crumbled feta cheese, some fresh mint, a beautiful pinch of salt, and now mix. Now after a couple minutes, give the burgers a flip. Now on a toasted bun, we're gonna add in the yogurt sauce, a little red onion, the lamb patty, some arugula, you probably call it rocket. And now we have final product. Mr. Ramsay, this is cooked to perfection. Now, bismillah.
It's pizza night again. Let's go. 1 cup of warm water, 2 teaspoons of yeast, teaspoon of sugar. Let it sit for a few minutes. Mix it till everything's dissolved. I love watching yeast bloom. Is that weird? It's probably weird. We'll add a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 2 heaping cups of bread flour. Mix it up, knead it and knead it back into the bowl. Let it rest for 10 minutes. Stretch your dough. This works better. Poke some holes. Sauce. Cheese. Toppings. Little toppings on all but a quarter of it because your daughter likes pepperoni but not on pizza. More cheese. We'll roll in the crust. Take it up a notch by spreading the garlic butter on our crust. That's melted butter with garlic powder, salt, and Parmesan cheese in it. Bake at 425 for 15 minutes. And now we got pizza. This recipe never fails me. You gotta try it. Do the thing. Pizza. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna show you how to make guac the right way. First, let me show you how to see if it's ripe. You see this little guy right here? If it goes in easily like that, that means it's ripe. Some flaky salt. This is how we do avocado in South Texas.
I'm not gonna lie, the best thing about this whole TikTok shutdown was probably the fact that we don't have to watch Chef Cousteau cook the same steak over and over and over. Now we gotta watch him cook the same tomahawk on the same grill. Then he tells us to grow up. Mr. Cousteau, this grilling stuff is easy. How about you switch it up once in a while? That's why I'm challenging you to make one of my dishes. And everyone, don't forget to tell him to grow up.
Let's make Nutella pancakes. First up, we're going to make a disc of Nutella and place in the freezer to set. Mix together everything for the pancakes, but make sure to use a large enough bowl. You'll find all the ingredients in the comments. Cover the Nutella disc with pancake mixture on both sides. Flip and cooking till golden brown. Plate up these bad boys and serve them with strawberries and dust with icing sugar. Boom, there you have Nutella stuffed pancakes. Dig in and enjoy.
A little bit of ASMR to start off. Here's how to make caramel bread popcorn. So first cut the bread into chunks and then put it into a saucepan and give it a mix around until it's toasted. Then you can add sugar and water and give it a swirl, and then you're just going to leave that until it turns golden brown. Then you can add your butter, give it a little bit of a mix and add the milk, and then you'll just keep stirring that until it turns a nice golden caramel color like this. And you can add the bread back in and then stir everything until each bread piece is covered in caramel. Then you can pour it out onto a baking sheet and then spread it out a little bit and let it cool completely. Then it should be nice and crispy by this point, so you can transfer it into a bowl, and that's pretty much it. You're done.
Not to be dramatic, but this is seriously the best beer cheese dip in the world. Start off with 2 tablespoons butter, 3 tablespoons flour. Slowly add in 1 cup of milk while stirring, 1 cup of Gouda, 2/3 cup your favorite type of beer, stir, 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 add in 1 cup cheddar, paprika, onion powder, and salt, and enjoy with your favorite soft pretzels.
Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make these Oreo M&M cookie bars. They are so delicious and so easy to make. Here are the ingredients you'll need. First, preheat your oven to 350. 1 stick of melted unsalted butter. Add 1 egg and mix. Now add 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and mix. Now add in 1 cup of flour and fold that in. Crush up 18 Oreos like this and add it into the batter. Now mix that all together. It should look like this. Now add it into an 8x8 pan. Now add M&Ms on top. and make sure that you press them into the batter. Now bake for 20 to 22 minutes. Slice and serve. Enjoy, they're so good.
Check it out, fried zucchini flower. You want to remove the stamen and give them a good clean. I stuff these with ricotta and basil. Whisk up some tempura batter, 1 cup flour with some soda water. Should look like that. Then you're going to shallow fry these in some canola oil. Plate them up with some flaky salt and some honey. Delicious.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make British fish and chips. Go to your local watering hole, find your fish. All right, you want to clean your fish? Okay guys, this is a cod. Okay, you want to cut his head off. Pour your flour in. Crack your egg. Add some sugar. Add some salt and pepper. Add some root beer. This is how it should look. Your batter should be thick. Okay, so you want to coat your fish. All right, so salt and pepper your plate for seasoning. Put your fish over to your plate. Stick it in the microwave. Cook it for 20 minutes. Peel and cut your chips. And that is how you make British fish and chips.
Today we'll be doing our Rouse homemade fusilli pasta. Once the salt water comes to a boil, throw the noodles in, mince some garlic up. Before you drain your noodles, be sure to put away a cup of the pasta water. Don't ask me why, just do it. Next up, olive oil in the pan, throw your minced garlic. We've got 80-20 ground beef from Trader Joe's. I'm always beating my meat before I throw it in there. Mix it around, garlic, salt, oregano, and some pepper. Be very generous with your seasonings. Next up is the pasta water that you set aside. And then comes in our sauces. We have a tomato basil and an Alfredo sauce that we'll be combining. After throwing in your Alfredo, I put some milk in the jar, stir it around, and get the rest of it out of the jar. Mix the sauce, bring it to a boil, add in your noodles, and then you're done.